Yo, what's up? You don't even have to do it on just Chrome. If you go to Chrome and right click on the tab. No. Go to Chrome, right click on the tab and hit mute site. Yeah. You want to send out, you can send out a text with the YouTube link. Yeah. Yeah, definitely send a text there for them. Oh crap. I just realized I gotta gotta be in the restream, like the chat app, because we have chat from Facebook.
I've been an artist my whole life.
I painted off and on since I was about 10 years old.
I came to painting shortly after retirement.
I started painting in 2017 when we moved to Niagara-on-the-Lake.
Before I joined, I called myself a crafter, not an artist.
I've also dabbled around on the edges of art. I did interior design. I did a little bit of fashion design.
My whole life I've had this desire to paint, but it never seemed to work out.
But I had come to a point along that path, painting path, that I needed some more excitement. I needed some more guidance and enthusiasm.
I came across Acrylic University.
Well, on the internet, I came across Jed Dorsey and his art, and I just loved how filled with life it was.
A friend of mine told me about Acrylic University.
A friend of mine posted on Facebook about this new course started by acrylicuniversity.com.
And I kept seeing on my Facebook feed Jed with his positive attitude and really vibrant, colorful paintings. And I was like, I want to try that.
I joined Acrylic University in December of 2019 and have had so much fun with it ever since.
This past spring, I decided I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to sign up, and I did. And oh my goodness, it is so much more than I thought it was. I mean, I am learning things.
I think the biggest thing I learned is how to use color as value, which I just didn't get before. Jed is a fantastic teacher. He's very encouraging and uplifting.
I love that he doesn't feel higher than me. He's just like right there with me and wants to see us all succeed.
His great system for teaching, I mean, this is how he makes his living, but he is sharing how he gets there and making it possible for other people to get there too, if you're willing to put in the work. So this has really changed everything. This is what I've been looking for.
I'm just amazed at how much I'm learning and how much this course has meant to me.
It has really been life-changing for me. I don't know, it's just a great feeling of the community and taking care of our fellow artists.
It has created a sense of confidence in color mixing, composition, trying new ways to look at things.
What I love about Acrylic University is the community.
The online community has been very affirming and encouraging.
I really enjoy the community that there is online. I've never met any of them in person, and yet I feel like I have lifelong friends.
I believe Acrylic University is a path to success.
More about having this creative outlet to learn and to grow.
I can't tell you how much I would recommend Acrylic University to anyone who wants to paint, who wants to paint better, who wants to start painting. This is something I've been looking for my whole life, and that's a long time, in case you can't tell I look. So thank you to all of you.
It has moved me so much further than I could ever have dreamed along my art journey, and it was totally worth the investment. So if there's anybody out there that is wondering, is this the right move for me? I highly encourage it. You won't regret it.
Seriously, I wish I had done this sooner.
You won't be disappointed.
Everything is just so worth the investment. So hope to see you in the community soon, and happy painting.
Hey, what's up, Peter? I see you there.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to our celebration of the Masterclass. Guys, we have an awesome evening prepared for us, and this is going to be so much fun.
Man, it's going to be a good time, guys. And here's the deal. We're shaking things up a little bit because we had such a good time this whole last 10 days. And I was just like, you know what? We got to do something a little different. Peter's going to be running the whole dang show tonight. So I'm just here. Most of it. So welcome, everybody. If you're here, say hi. Say where you're coming in from. We see people from Australia. I see two people from Australia. I see somebody just said, Chris just said, I just joined AU today. Welcome. Congratulations. We're glad to have you. Tell me what to do.
There's like an echo thing going on there. Sounds like the audio not
Okay, Okay, I'm good. I can take over. Even though I really want Peter to take over tonight. But, you know, when we try to do things, sometimes we run into a little technical issue. Let's see. Did it get fixed? Did it get fixed? Wow, look at that. Somebody's like, is that paint on your face? It is paint. It's technically, that's so funny, man. Wow, that's so funny. It's technically not paint, it's gesso. Because I just gessoed my... That is too funny. Okay, so it sounds good. Okay, cool, man. Dang, man. That was like the quickest fix that you've ever had, dude. Like you like literally went away and then like came back.
Okay, they can't hear me. They should be able to hear me now, though. Peter's sound gone. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry about this. Hopefully that is working properly now, though.
No, they can't hear you now.
In the Facebook community, at least, I can't hear.
Yeah, they can't currently, but I think, yep, now they can hear me. So it's caught up. We're all good.
Oh, okay. All right. We're good.
Okay, perfect, guys. We are all set for an incredible evening now that we got all that stuff out of the way. So, yeah, Jed, how do you want to do this? Do you just want to start painting? And
well, yeah, I just want to explain what I'm going to do because basically I'm just going to I'm just going to start painting. So I'm just kind of like the background and just background music, you know, stuff like that, which we actually do have a little maybe that we'll throw on there for you. But we just want you to get, you know, like have a good time, relax, chat with your friends. Peter's going to throw on some questions for you every once in a while. And I'm just going to be painting. And I'll be chatting as much as I'm needed, but Peter's really going to lead the discussion and kind of like bring things up. And he's got a cool video that he made from the week, recapping the week. And so it's going to be a blast, guys. It's going to be super fun. So, yeah, we're going to get started. I'm just going to switch my screen over and you're going to see, I'm going to paint this scene right here that you can see up there. Yeah, let's go. And I'm just going to be quiet pretty much.
Let's do it. All right, so guys, real quick, I'm gonna start by going through, you know, where everybody came from. So we got Betsy B. We have Catherine Ordway from Western Australia. Welcome, so glad to have you. Susan Babcock here from Edmonds, Washington. Thank you guys for bearing with us while we kind of work things out there for a little bit. Chris W says he joined Acrylic University today. Welcome to the Acrylic University family. We're so glad to have you. Annie from Arizona, welcome. And so some of you I can see your name, some of you I can't, but we have somebody from California. We have somebody from Melbourne, Australia. Lots of new friends in this masterclass from Australia. Oklahoma City, we have Becky from Oklahoma. Margie Lewis from Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada, welcome. It's so great to be with you all tonight. So I'm just going to kind of talk with chat and Jed will chip in here and there. And so first of all, guys, first question I just want to ask everybody is, did you enjoy the masterclass? And what was your favorite part of the masterclass? So just go ahead and let me know. What did you like? What did you not like? You know, love to hear about that.
And we know that not everybody out there was in the masterclass, but so, you know, you can still comment, you can still be here, you can still, you know, chime in on stuff. And there will be a few questions that probably you'll be like, well, I don't have a real answer for that, but hey, it's okay.
Yeah, primarily we're celebrating. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, we had a masterclass for the past week and a half or so. And it was just an amazing time. We had almost 3,000 people in the group that, you know, were painting alongside Jed and other newcomers to Acrylic University and all that stuff. It was such a wonderful time. Amy Hurley says, oh my gosh, love the burst of color class. I'm so glad. Yeah, when Jed told me that he was going to do that, I was like, oh, they're going to love that. They're going to get results out of that right away. Holy cow, you guys, you're flooding us with these comments. You're so amazing. Marianne Cosgrove, loved it. Learning new techniques. Struggle with my time management, but that's on me. Loved it. Love Jed's enthusiasm and confidence in all of us. Yeah, guys, that's really what we wanted to try and convey as best we could, is that we believe in you and that we're confident in you. Emma McCory says, yes, it set me free in using only 5 colors. The results were amazing. That's awesome. Becca Farmer, there was so much good teaching. Learning painting techniques and seeing other people's work and comments. That's awesome,
so
guys.
Awesome. Hey, we are so dang proud of you guys too. I know, like, for a lot of people, it was a challenge, you know, because I mean, hey, it's a masterclass and challenge. And I didn't really think, I thought more about the idea of it being a masterclass because I was preparing slides and doing all this stuff. But one thing that kind of struck me through the week and even the last couple of days is I've seen people continuing to turn in homework and stuff. I'm like, you know, they're battling to get stuff done. You know what I mean? Like, for real. It's like, cause you know, they're like, I missed this last week, but I'm doing it, you know? And I'm like, I'm so dang proud of you guys. Like, it's super awesome because I know it takes effort, and you guys have been awesome.
It does. I know. And yeah, it's so cool to see all your guys' work. And like Jed said, like, so many people of you are still putting stuff in the community constantly, and just love that. I'll get rid of the question on the left so you can see what Jed's painting. Of course, I'd be happy to do that for you, Janet. Absolutely love the week. Challenges, community, learning, fun. A big thank you to the entire team. You're so welcome. Love the masterclass. My brain finally got in on the last picture. Now if brain can keep transmitting to paintbrush, that's why I picked the last picture. There you go. Loved it. Color mixing, value, all painting techniques. Having to do homework helped ensure that I did the work. That's the thing, right? That's what's so nice about a community like this is, like, if you're just taking watching a video on YouTube or something like that, there's no accountability. There's nothing to like push you to really take what you learned and improve yourself with it, right? And that's so cool about the masterclass and Acrylic University is they have like people around you who are saying, go for it, commit to this. And
totally.
So that's really cool. Did you do any of the homework, Peter? I did not,
Oh,
unfortunately.
man.
That would be pretty fun, though.
Peter had enough homework to do, man. You guys,
yeah.
You know, we've been, no, that's a really good question. Maybe you can catch up later, bro.
Yeah. I know. And speaking of which, the assignment where Jed had you translate the values into color, like, I was actually briefly sitting down and I was thinking, like, okay, if I were going to do these homework lessons, which would I hate the most? And I think it's that one. That one, I'm like, holy cow, you guys are troopers.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yeah, that was intense. Yes, the personal connection and accountability makes it amazing. Absolutely. Naughty Peter, but we still love you. I love you too.
Naughty. Oh boy, that's funny. Oh man, Peter, you can't get away with too much here. You know, like you're kind of in the public eye, so you gotta watch yourself.
I know. I know. Jed's enthusiasm for the medium is contagious. That's the goal, man. We want to the acrylic revolution.
Man, that's the acrylic revolution, man. We're happening. And bro, I gotta say this, guys. Hey, listen. I'm going down to Laguna Beach in like 10 days. Like something like that. Next Saturday, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. And I need your encouragement. I need your enthusiasm to build me up and lift me up because I'm going to be going against all the heavy hitters, man. I'm going to be going down there for a plein air competition. I'm pretty sure that I'm the only acrylic artist that's going to be there, really. And we need a victory, man. We need a victory for the team acrylic, okay? So root for me. Root for me. Because I'm going down. I'm going to give it my best. And you know what? Like we already know, a victory has already been had because just to even be invited, just to be able to go, I mean, I feel pretty awesome about it. But hey, why not shoot for the stars? Let's bring home the gold for Team Acrylic.
Absolutely. holy cow, this comment from J-Made on YouTube. He says, the masterclass was great, far and away the best online event I've ever experienced. I'm blown away by the amount of time, effort, and content you guys packed into it.
Wow.
That makes me so happy. Thank you so much.
Well, and we man, that does mean a lot. Like, it really does. It
does.
We prepared for that for Peter, do you have an idea when we started preparing for it? Because
oh man. Shoot.
I mean,
it was like
I think it was late April, and for sure we were like full swing preparation by May.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and because there's so many different parts to it. Like, I mean, first you have to think through, how are we gonna set it up? How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna convey everything?
Yeah.
Like, I had to come up with all the slides and all the teaching and stuff like that, and Peter and the whole emails to make sure people knew where to go. I mean, it was.
Yeah, there was so much. And next time is going to be even better, guys. We want to make sure it's even more accessible, and even more, encouraging and entertaining than last time. So
I told Peter I was going to dress up like what should I dress up like? No, never mind. I was going to say clown, but clowns are generally not thought of very well. So I don't want to say that I dress up as a clown.
Yeah.
But you said to make it more entertaining. So I was just like thinking, how can I make it more entertaining? Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Costumes,
Gene Rizzo says, Jed, I'm a first-time viewer. Thanks for the demo.
Oh, absolutely. So glad that you were here, Gene.
Yeah, absolutely. Sandy Ullman says, I agree. Best class I've taken online. I joined due to that. So organized and full of great content. Welcome to the Acrylic University family.
Woo!
We're so glad to have you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super pumped. Yeah, and
guys.
No.
You first.
I defer to you.
I'm running the show,
I know,
Jed.
sorry.
I gotta cut you off.
Seriously.
No, I'm kidding. But somebody said that it got them jazzed and excited to paint again. And our mission is to bring beauty to the world by helping artists thrive.
Flourish.
And so flourish, yeah. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again, but we can sit here and work on all this behind the scenes, but to see it come to fruit and to see it bless you guys, it's the best feeling in the world. There's nothing like it. So I think I'll move on to the next comment here in a sec. Oh, one of our other wonderful team members named Kelly. If you've gotten an email this week, it's probably from Kelly. She's been writing some incredible emails for everybody and helping, people find the right place and all that stuff. So huge shout out to Kelly. But she said, could you let folks know that we'll be sending out a form tomorrow in their emails for feedback and that we'd love to hear their thoughts on how we can make it better?
Yes.
So check your emails tomorrow, guys. We'll be sending out a form. It'll just ask you a few questions, and we're going to look at those answers and take it to heart for next masterclass. So,
and somebody out there is going like this. They're like, what? I thought Jed was sending all those emails. Guess what? I can't.
No.
You know what, man? There's just too much coordination. I could hardly even get done with what I was trying to get done with the masterclass slides.
Yeah.
So Kelly did an awesome job. Peter's done an awesome job.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say from the bottom of my heart, can I just have 20 seconds here, Peter, just to say thank you? Because honestly, this is such a team effort. And I went through that slide the very first day, and I was like, going through the people who helped make this happen, and there's more than I can, mention. But we had moderators from our community who were inside of the group and helping answer questions, and on the video live streams, referring people to the right pages and all that kind of stuff. Then you have our team of Peter, who's doing all sorts of behind the scenes stuff, making sure that the videos work. You don't even know how many times he has to solve a problem that this wouldn't happen if Peter wasn't doing his job. Kelly, who we just mentioned, writing emails, helping organize things from the beginning, making sure that it happens.
Oh, yeah.
And Renee, of course, holding everything together, bossing me around, telling me what to do so that everything actually works. Because if she wasn't here, listen, none of this would happen. So Renee,
and Kelly, one thing she helped out immensely with too is the scheduling of things.
Goodness.
Like that's one thing we struggle with, and she helped us so much with the scheduling of like figuring out how it's going to work and what we need to do when and all that stuff, which was so helpful. And then Renee, if you've reached out to support or hello to Acrylic University to get support or anything like that, it's probably been Renee who's responded to you and has helped you. And Renee is incredible, just absolutely incredible. There was when we opened up our doors on Thursday or something like that, or Friday, she had like 30 some emails or something like that. Like
she
immediately
responds to like
respond to.
So many emails. It just overwhelms me even thinking about it.
Yeah.
And we had
huge shout out to the whole team.
say Alyssa, our niece, also has been quite involved with the support, and you may have contacted her or been in contact with her somewhere along the line too. So yeah, huge shout out to everybody.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move on to the next question, guys. So the next question is, what is one area of strength that you recognized in your artwork this week? You know, we talk a lot about improving as an artist and fixing your mistakes and stuff like that. But what's something that you notice like, hey, I'm pretty good at this. I'm pretty strong in this area. I want to hear that from you guys.
Totally.
Yeah.
So just so you guys know too, I'm changing this from a road into a ditch. I just thought I'd put a ditch there rather than a road, just because I thought it'd be kind of fun to do. Just in case somebody's looking at it, wondering why I do the things I do. Oh man, how fun, dude.
I know, it's been amazing. One person says, I'm not a quitter. Joan Hitchcock says, I'm not scared to use color. Somebody on Facebook says, I'm bold with color. Sorry guys, so because we're streaming on YouTube and Facebook, there's an app that we can see both chats at the same time, but we can't see everybody's name on Facebook. But I still will read your comments. And value in my color. Pamela says, I am unafraid.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. Marta says, a strength I discovered is that I'm pretty good with values.
Super cool.
That is, and it's a very important thing to be good at, because the values make the entire painting and how you use them. So I'm getting faster, and getting my values in the color has brought joy. That's one thing, guys. Like, just another thing I want to point out is that I love how one thing we really want to do is really get you guys to paint with this masterclass, because especially for me, like learning to paint, it's so easy to learn and read all this stuff on painting, but it's so hard to actually paint. But every time that I do, and I push forward and I do it consistently, I notice improvement. So,
yep.
Yeah, BJ Gardner, I found that I can speed up and use a big brush well. Learn to paint more intuitively. That's awesome. That's one of my goals. Sherilyn Stackler says composition. Roberta says, I'm finally painting structures without fear.
That's so cool. See, aren't you guys finding that you're more capable than you thought? You know, like stuff that scared you before. It's like, oh, wait a second. I don't have to be afraid of that anymore.
Somebody on Facebook says practicing more because there are deadlines. Exactly. I function really well under deadlines as well. Like, I'm a person who, the more deadlines I have, the more I get done.
Yeah. The less I know, it's funny, isn't it? That's why I think challenges are so effective, you know, because it's like, okay, even if it's arbitrary, like nobody's forcing you, nobody's holding a gun to your head, oh, you have to paint this or something like that. But it's like the group context, and like you were saying earlier, it's really helpful to have deadlines and have ideas and homework, and
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I love this comment. Somebody on Facebook says, "It was a crazy wild week. Now I'm going to get back into crazy wild painting on my minis. Watch out, painting world. Bold, loose, wild with freedom." I love that energy so much.
That is awesome.
If we could have I feel like that's a perfect goal, like a before and after.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Like before kind of timid, then after, watch out, painting
Yeah.
world. BJ Gardner, every time I do a grayscale value study, they get better and better. It is my best tool. Kathy says, learn the importance of not overloading your brush with paint to prevent the colors from getting muddy.
It's cool.
Let's see, there was one other thing.
And notice how interestingly unique they are. You know what each person gets is sometimes they overlap quite a bit, but they're different for everybody.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's what happens when you just paint and experiment and try things. How long will the demo videos be posted on the dashboard?
They're going away. They're going away tomorrow. So if you're now listen, if you are a member of Acrylic University, I do think that we're going to put them inside of the membership at some point, but it won't be immediately.
We will.
So if you want to watch it like right now, make sure you try to get it on the dashboard. But you will have access to it later. But yeah,
you will. Yeah, absolutely. And then let's see. So yeah, for anyone that's not a member yet, there's about 8.5 hours or 7.5 hours left to sign up. I'm just gonna drop that link in chat. So if you're not a member yet and you are interested in that, be sure to check that out. Janet says, I like that you paint with a limited palette and the grayscale was huge for me.
Yeah. That was what go ahead.
You first. It's more on topic.
Well,
go for it.
That was what I noticed from talking to the members and to different people was how many people said working with a limited palette had made such a big difference to them. I know it did for me, but I just, I don't know. Sometimes when you hear it from other people, you're like, oh, cool. I didn't know.
Oh, for sure. And what's so cool about limited palette too, guys, is not only are you saving money by using acrylics over oils, but you also save money by not having to buy 15 tubes of paint, right?
Totally. I love that.
I know. You only have to worry about a few tubes of paint and it's super helpful.
And you learn how to mix colors.
This person on Facebook says, less is more, shorter time spent painting, not as overworked. Bolder strokes broke me out of a rut.
Awesome.
Amy Hurley, so glad I'm a member. AU is great. We're so glad to have you, Amy. And for those of you that haven't signed up or aren't going to sign up, we're still so glad that you could be a part of the masterclass, and we hope you were blessed by it. Joan Bennett, I will be so happy if you put the lessons on the AU member site. I wasn't able to do any of the masterclass, but would love to have the opportunity. We will do that for you, Joan, at some point.
Totally.
Yeah, so,
and if you heard otherwise, it was because earlier in the week we didn't communicate very well earlier. So anyways, just know, you can expect to see it there.
So I've got some more questions and some other stuff I want to show, but there's also a video that I think I want to take the chance and show right now, Jed.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
I'm going to take a break, guys, so don't worry about missing anything from me. I'll take a break and we'll come back to this in a second.
Cool. So Jed, after the video ends, would you mind just painting and talking with chat for a little bit while I set a couple things up, and then I'll pop back in? All right. Sounds good. So we're going to switch to this video.
Oh, I see somebody ask this. Let me answer this. The limited palette is great, but what am I going to do with tons of paint I've accumulated? Hey, you will still use it, and you can take colors and you can substitute colors, or sometimes you might want a particular color that's more, it's just easier to grab and you need a lot of it. Like if you have a sky that's a certain purple or something, you know, you might just find a place to use that. But knowing how to mix all the other colors means that you don't have to keep buying 28 tubes of paint. So you will use it though. All right, I'm ready for you, Peter. I want to paint boldly and fearlessly. Yes, I want to paint boldly. Hear me roar. Yes, I want to paint like a lion. know that you are loved and believed in. We love you. We're glad you are here. For me, for Peter, for our whole team, adios. We'll see you guys next time. Have fun painting. Wow. That was such a cool video, Peter. Thank you for making that. And I'm going to just, isn't it cool to see all those paintings? I mean, congratulations, guys. Really so fun to look through. And we know that was just a small snapshot of all the incredible artwork. There were so many more paintings that we would have loved to, flash before your eyes, but it would have been like, such a blinding ray of light, kind of speeding across. So, but thank you for participating in that. And didn't that feel cool to see all the variety, all the expressions of the way that people paint and the way that they're stretching and growing and learning. So I'm going to just turn back on this, but you feel free. Like, I'm just looking at your, how many painters participated in this challenge. I'll keep looking. There were about 2,900 people that were in the Facebook group, and there was probably another 1,000 people that registered but did not make it into the Facebook group. But I don't know how many people total painted. We had 800 plus people live with us the first day. We had 700 plus live with us the second day. And so I know that, and then lots and lots of people couldn't watch it live, so they came in and watched things after the fact. But lots of people did it. Just signed up for the course. Okay, awesome. Congratulations. So glad you're here. Replaying. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing somebody else is answering questions in the chat, but yeah, thanks Peter for making that cool video. I don't remember if you were working on something, and you don't have to answer me, but yesterday we were like trying to think, okay, what could we do? And I kind of had this idea of a video, but I hate springing stuff. I always come up with my ideas last minute, and it's like, I like this idea, but Peter, I don't even feel good about asking you to do this, but I don't know if Peter already had it in the works or if he was already thinking about doing it, but he whipped that video out like since we talked about it yesterday. I don't know how he does it, but anyways, thank you for that, man. It's so fun to see and so cool to just at one place, right? I think, like I see somebody saying so many different styles of painting, and it's so inspiring. I totally agree. Just so unique, right? I see that comment there. So, I mean, I think that's part of what makes it all fun too, is you realize there's no right or wrong way to paint, right? I mean, sometimes we don't even know, I don't even know where we get our thinking sometimes, because it doesn't necessarily make sense. But I think sometimes we look at other people's work and we think, I like that, and I need to paint like that, or somewhere in our heads, like we have a certain style, but we don't think that our style qualifies as something good. And I loved what Sandra said today when we were talking. She said, art comes out of you, and if you are trying to create and you are doing something, it is art. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's your expression. And to encourage people in that, has become kind of a passion for her. And it was so cool to hear her talk about how she wanted to do that within Acrylic University, like to help encouraging people. But a lot of people, Peter, saying thanks for that. I guess you probably see the comments, but thanks for creating that video. It does mean a lot, man. I think it's a super great tribute to people. And I think, it's like you guys see some of the more public things. I'd love to hear and get you guys to just say thank you to beautiful Renee and our wonderful Kelly, both of them, such a huge part of our team and making all this stuff happen. And be just go ahead and type it in the chat. Just say, thank you, Renee. And that's Renee with an A, R-E-N-A-E. And thank you, Kelly, because, man, again, it's one thing to come up with the teaching, right? It's one thing to, do the video stuff, but if nobody knows where to go or how to watch the video, it's like, it doesn't matter how good it is, right? So a lot of the stuff that you see is stuff that Peter or I do or that kind of thing, on a live event like this. But there's so much work that goes on behind the scenes, and they're the ones who are helping you actually make it to the right place at the right time and have a reference photo and all that kind of stuff. So just keep thinking about how it's such a huge team effort. And look at that, guys. That's so fun to, I saw somebody say they were watching this from a hair salon in Edmonton a little while ago. That's so fun. Yeah, huge thanks, Renee, Kelly, and Peter, and everybody else. Man, so awesome. I'm kind of pumped about this painting here. I like how fresh it is, and just kind of, I think that when you, for me, one thing that happens is like we had such energy happening in the class, right? And it's hard not to get affected by it, right? I mean, like it encourages me to paint with more boldness and courage and just make bigger brush strokes and, kind of just take action with it. And so it's kind of cool. You guys probably have experienced it in different ways in different times. Like when you teach or you are involved in something, it might not even be that you are thinking that you're going to get anything out of it, but you end up getting more out of it sometimes than anybody else. And I probably will look back at this and have that exact perspective, is that I learned more than you guys ever did, and this will mean more to me than anything that you guys will have, just because you guys have affected me. I can't remember, I think it was Diana on Sunday night said that exact thing. She said, like it's always a two-way street, and you guys are affecting us just like we're trying to make a positive impact. So I guess that's my way of saying thank you. Thank you for being part. Thank you for taking a risk. Thank you for joining the masterclass and participating and having a good attitude and making it fun and encouraging other people. The environment is what it is because you guys are participating and you guys are caring about each other. And so again, thank you for doing that and being who you are and being the kind of encouraging community that makes it really fun to do art, right? And it makes it really fun to come alongside and participate with something. So I'm just looking to see another masterpiece. Thank you for, Renee and Kelly. Yes, thanks, Willow and Silver. Yeah, that's fun. Thank you, Renee and Kelly. You were like the moms of this endeavor, behind the scene, doing the cooking, laundry, and the under stuff. Okay, yes, totally. Unseen base coat, holding up the rest. Totally. Did you get something ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried, cool. But I think I bit off more than I could chew. So I'm just gonna
nice,
ask some more questions, and then I'm gonna show a couple of my paintings because I've been telling people to. Yeah, I've been telling people to, step out and show their paintings. All week.
Nice.
And I need to practice what I preach, and I'm gonna show a couple because it's a little. But first, I'm gonna ask another question. So, Next question for you guys is, what is one area where you would like to improve as an artist?
And by the way, you guys,
we talked about, what is one area
this
of
is
strength
something
that you
that I did
identified.
not
Now,
do a
what's
very
an area
good
that you'd
job
like
at.
to improve in?
I mentioned it the first day, but all these questions are actually coming from the workbook that we gave you. It was on the dashboard. If you downloaded it, you would see these in there. You could print it off. And anyways, they are, so, they're there for you. If you have the workbook, you can look back at it, refer back to it. But we created that workbook so that you would have, something to look back on as well, and be able to pull, some of the stuff that you learned and draw from it over time.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris Whitehouse
You're
says,
very
thanks,
welcome.
Jed, for being so positive. And then somebody else says, Jed, your enthusiasm is infectious. Nancy Wardle says that. Lots of thank yous for Renee and Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Shyla
That's the way
Hughes
it
says, I
feels
can't pick
sometimes,
just one
but-
area. I want to improve in every area.
Sometimes, you realize, and you can definitely make changes in more than one area. But sometimes it's good to kind of focus in on something and choose to focus on it, but you'll still make progress in something else. Like if you say, I want to work on color, you'll probably still, if you're practicing, you'll probably still make some progress in other areas. But I totally get you, Shyla.
Marta, I'd love to paint more spontaneously. Color exaggeration, need to embrace that. Good composition and to be able to produce original art. That's one thing I struggle with is, man, I so badly want to be able to draw and paint all these things in my head and really tell a unique story of my own. But it's so hard for me. But I just need to be able to, I can't expect to be able to paint, something crazy out of my head when I can't even properly paint something I see in front of my eyes, right? So, baby steps.
Yeah, for sure.
Negative painting still looks like magic to me.
I'll still make lots of mistakes with it and be like, oh, wow, that tree looks really funky now.
Yeah. I need to work on values and to think values. That's a good one. It's super difficult to do. I have a really hard time, I have a hard time translating the value into color, what that assignment was. It's hard to look at a scene and go, okay, I see the color, but what value is that color?
Yeah, it's all about training, isn't it? Right. And then maybe some tools that can help. I feel like having a value finder, to refer back to and taking pictures like we did, and then converting it into black and white, all that stuff helps you train yourself, right? And squinting, just little things, right? It can make a big difference, but it's not natural. I feel like you have to really work at it.
Yeah. Not at all. Yeah, I totally agree. All right, let's see here. All right, guys, I'm gonna real quickly share a couple of my paintings and drawings, and then I just wanted to thank our moderators as well. So we'll get to that. So let's see, is this the right one? Yeah, it is. Okay. So so I practicing drawing and painting kind of at the same time. So this is a drawing of one of my shoes, one of my favorite pairs of shoes. This is a painting I did from a tutorial. For the longest time, we had somebody who said that they were an artist for or a designer for video games, and that was my goal for the longest time. So I was super inspired by that. But as you can see, kind of like weird otherworldly stuff. And then this is, I went camping with my girlfriend, and this is from the swimming area at where we went camping. This is straight from the swimming area. I painted this one sunny day. So not super happy with it, but it's probably the best one that I've done, like painting from real life, not from a tutorial. And
the memories.
It is pretty meaningful to me. It's a meaningful spot. Another drawing of the shoe. This one's like with it more of ink, less pencil. I love ink a lot. Like I love ink pens. I love going over a pencil drawing with ink. It's very specific, but it's satisfying to me. And then lots of practicing, lots of perspective drawing, lots of boring boxes and shapes in perspective. And then yeah, so then last slide, I guess, is I just wanted to give a huge thank you to our moderators, Christy, Alyssa, Becca, and Renee. They did an awesome job, and it was pretty good this time around. Like sometimes groups like this can get there are a few people that get kind of out of hand, and it's a lot to handle for the moderators, but still the moderators did an awesome job. Commenting on everybody's posts, removing posts that were problematic, and Christy and Becca, I saw commenting on so many paintings. So I just wanted to give a huge shout out, make sure that we don't forget about them. Also shout out to everybody, like all of you who commented on somebody else's painting and helped make the group a welcoming place. So yeah. Thank you guys. I see all your comments. Thank you so much.
Totally.
I'd like to journey with you.
I think it's cool, man. I think you're doing an awesome job, and I think that it's really cool. Like you're saying, I mean, people are enjoying seeing what you're doing, and you're in the journey with us, with everybody else, right? Like we're all kind of doing it together, and it's cool that you can have a chance to share a little bit of what you've been up to.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And also, it's helped me, for me to start painting, it's helped me also serve our members better, because I'm kind of like, I'm literally in that mindset of like, okay, I'm so overwhelmed by trying to figure out how to paint. What would my questions be? And so it kind of helps me like,
it's really cool.
Just helps me serve everybody better when we're,
oh man,
with everything we do. So that's cool.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and Diana, that was just huge shout out to Diana
added
for
bonus.
2 demos live.
Yeah, and then she posted in the community
and commenting. She was there in a
some
couple
of her her finished paintings, and I saw her say, "Oh, I'll give you the reference photo," and different things like this to just helping people figure out how to take action from her demonstration. And I did see a bunch of people, quite a few people, did the little plum, and I can't remember if I saw as many people do the house, but a lot of people I saw did the plum, and I of course didn't see everything, so I'm sure that there were other people that did do that house. But man, that was kind of cool too, wasn't it? Just to see the way that she painted all that, like with the what do you call it? It's like a spatula is what I'd call it, but man, so cool. I find stuff like that super encouraging to try new things. It's like totally different approach and scary. If you don't see somebody else do it first, you'd probably be like, no way I'm gonna try that. And then you see somebody doing it and you go, oh, wow, that's cool. Like that looks really neat and fast and fun. And
Patricia says, Peter, you mean you feel our pain and love? Yes, absolutely. I feel both of them. I'll go through ebbs and flows. Like I've just been so busy lately, but like I'll just have a never-ending itch to paint or draw. And I remember there was a couple of weeks ago where that happened. I was gonna go to bed around like, I don't know, midnight or something. And
wow.
I couldn't get to sleep because I wanted to draw.
That's the bug,
so I
man.
just drew like all these sketches to like 3:30 in the morning. That is the bug.
Okay, cool.
That is the bug. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next question. So next question is what are 3 practical steps you can take to grow in your art this year? So not just like I'm gonna improve as an artist, but like you're saying right now, here's what I'm gonna do to improve as an artist.
And you can just list
3 practical
one if you can think of
things.
one
They don't
right
have to be
now,
huge
you know,
things,
like.
but just 3 things you can say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna commit to this.
But this is kind of the idea,
Yeah,
right? Is
just one is fine.
Okay, you know, you took action, you made strides forward. What now can you do? What are the things, you know, maybe you thought like, this is what I want to grow in. And now it's just kind of thinking, okay, well, if you want to grow in that, what would it look like? Does it look like, you know, making a goal of painting once a week? Or, you know, what could that look like in a real practical way?
Paint Weekly
Kim
says
did you see Kim's cool
Michael
painting?
Scoopine. I know who you actually are, but I don't know if you want to. Yeah, it's Kim. I don't know if she
painted
wants.
a picture of I believe it's a tulip field worker, kind of bent over, picking some tulips, and it's really cool. It's on the gallery. It's probably kind of still up towards the top, but it's really cool looking. Good job with that, Kim. Super cool.
Your voices are overlapping sometimes.
Yeah. Johnny says paint fearlessly. Commit to painting consistently. I see a couple paint consistentlys. Jan Young, use as big a brush as I can. Shyla Hughes, be consistent. Sherilyn says join AU, check, and paint each week. Welcome to the AU family, Sherilyn. Glad to have you. And hopefully that will help you paint weekly, because as part of the journey, we'll be having weekly events happening on Friday. So paint more regularly, more often, and pay less attention to unnecessary details. Emily G, more plein air acrylics. Use more dark backgrounds, says Annie. I'm going to stop procrastinating and let go of my fear of failure, says Liz. We are all behind you with that. We support you 100% in that. We believe in you. Paint at least 3 times a week. I love that. I love that. That's super practical, you know? Like you're saying, I'm painting 3 times a week. Not just more often, but this is what I'm going to do. Linda says I'm going to paint Fridays with Jen and continue with my community group on Wednesday. Stay positive. Absolutely. That's a great goal. Rachel, purposeful brushwork. Lisa, I want to paint every day, but I realize that's probably not a practical goal. So maybe a goal of painting 3 to 4 days per week for a couple hours each time. Also using a timer to learn when to stop.
Oh, cool.
It's awesome.
Super awesome.
He's using the technique from the second masterclass, Jed.
Awesome.
Or the third, sorry. The limiting the time you had paint.
Yes, we are still.
Will Jed still do the Friday
those,
Night Live videos on YouTube?
They're probably be like once a month. That's kind of the schedule that we have right now planned. Just because we can't really do it every week, but we do want to keep doing it, and we will let you know. Make sure that you're signed up on Acrylic University's email list. Like, go there and we'll give you an email every time. And also subscribe to the YouTube channel here. And That will help you be notified anytime that we're doing something.
Mm-hmm. Is this a celebration? I just came in and I'm not sure. Yes, this is the celebration. Which maybe it'd be cool if I could go through the gallery. That would be pretty cool. Let's see.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Yeah, if you were not able to, you might have missed this. If you're part of the masterclass, we did have a gallery, and you could still go there right now and upload a painting, and go check out everybody else's. And that is found at acrylicuniversity.com/dashboard. If you go to the dashboard page and you look up in the menu, there's a little link to it that says gallery. The actual link is acrylicuniversity.com/radiant-gallery, but I think that sometimes it's just hard to remember. So if you just look up, go to the dashboard. Peter might be able to pull up the link, but he's also going to pull up the actual page and just show you guys in a little bit. So that'll be pretty cool. And I'm going to be wrapping up here, and we can kind of end with looking at that gallery and then just finalizing, just kind of saying our final congratulations to everybody, stuff like that. But this has been fun, hasn't it, you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Painting once or twice a week is a huge goal for me. I find it is hard to fit it into other things I need to focus on that are also important to me.
Why not, right?
If I were to learn how to paint faster, I'd be able to do more per week, which is a great goal for me. Yeah. All right, guys. I have the gallery pulled up here, so I'm just going to.
Yeah, let me. I can be done.
Dude, what do you want?
I'm
you want me
pretty
to pull
much
it up
done
side
right
by
now.
side
So
with you, or do you want me to wait till you're done and we can go through it together, or?
Pull it up.
What do you think?
Sure, there it is. There it is, you guys.
All right, sounds good. You want to show the finished painting real quick?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of captured the mood of the day. What do you think? Squint your eyes. Does it have the values pretty good? Pretty good, I think. Like I said, I made this smaller. It's not a road, it's a ditch. I probably would come back and darken this because this got a little bit light on me right in there. But yeah, I feel pretty good about it. Okay, dude, let's do it. Let's show that video or look at that gallery.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna swap this. Jed, do you want to switch to the camera that's on you, and you can kind of be in the corner there? Perfect.
It does.
All right, so does the gallery show all the paintings that are submitted right now? Okay. Cool. So yeah, we're just gonna go through these real quick, guys.
That page can stay up. There's really no reason to take it down right away. It'll probably be up for at least a couple more weeks.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So we got LNC's painting. Despite the lack of finesse, I am amazed myself by doing it. 50 brush strokes. That's awesome. We're so proud of you. Just gonna kind of pick some at random here to look at. Lynn B, because I tried something new and simplified the subject using blocks of color, I especially like the sense of light in the street and hitting the top of the building. I learned a fabulous new technique and had fun. Yeah. A lot of these A lot of the sunburst paintings. Joanna H. The warm glow
Hey,
inspires me. It's
that's
also a new
so
style
cool.
painting
That's
that I really
so
like to
I love
practice. I
the
push through
variety
even
of
though I
color
threw
in
in
there.
the
Go
towel at
up
one
just
point.
a tad, just like two rows, 2 or 3 rows up the other way, and you'll see Kim's painting of the guy bent over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Kim A. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Great job, Kim. I love that. Also wanted to give quick shout out to Kim. She let me come over to her place and she filmed a testimony or like an interview in person with us.
And she saved my life when I
so that
had
was really nice of
cancer
her.
on my arm, and she spotted it.
All right.
Yeah. So this was
right.
11 years
that's
ago.
right. Jed, do you want to tell that story real quick?
I had sold a number of paintings to a collector that I'd never met, and I was down here for a show, and because I didn't live here where I live now, but I had a gallery here, and the gallery owner called me and said, "Hey, this woman is here and she would like to meet you. She's purchased another painting of yours. Can you come down?" And so I drove down to the gallery and I met Kim, and we're standing outside talking, and I have on a short sleeve shirt, and you can see like the back of my arm right here. And I'm just standing there talking to her, and I'm asking her what she does, and she says she's a doctor and that I'm like, "What kind of doctor?" And she said something that I didn't know, and I'm like, "Can you say that in layman's terms so that I know?" And she goes, "I'm a skin doctor." And she immediately says, "And I can't stop looking at this mole that is on the back of your elbow." And I'm like, "What mole?" And I look, and there's this big black mole here, which if you think about the back of your elbow, you really never see the back of your elbow. And so it just happened to be that I was talking to her that day. She saw it. She was a skin doctor, and she said, "I need you to come in. I'll make an appointment for you." And all like pro bono. We had just moved from Canada. We didn't have health insurance in the States. She just said, I want you to come in and we'll get it checked out. So I went in at some point the next week or two, and they took it off and they checked to see, was it cancer, was it not? And sure enough, it was melanoma. She came back and she said, the bad news is it's melanoma. The good news is it was not a mole. It was a freckle that went rogue, and it turned all cancerous, and it was, but the good thing is that freckles shoot the roots down much slower than moles do. And so it was just this kind of thing where it didn't get into my bloodstream because it was a freckle. So I went down on I believe it was actually on my birthday in 2010, and she did the surgery and removed this rogue freckle. And then she set me up with a doctor in Indiana because I was moving to Indiana soon, and she told me a good doctor there to go to for skin checkups and all that. So yeah, quite amazing. I have to say, somebody just said God is good, and I'd say, man, you don't even know what you need, and like a solution came. But honestly, yeah, I mean, I look at that and I think, if she had not noticed that, what could have happened? Thankfully, it was a freckle, but who knows how long it was there, and who knows how long it would have been before it did enter my bloodstream, and it could have gone to somewhere else. So again, huge thank you, Kim. Long time ago, but I owe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, I'm going to go through a couple more here, Jed, and then we can kind of say goodbye to everybody. I have been admiring Jed's radiant light paintings for years and could not figure out how to do the same type of lighting with some of my own photo references. The instruction was so valuable, and I'm so excited to get going on more scenes using this technique. It's awesome. Oh, I love that. I love the moodiness and the drama of those clouds. More loose than I normally paint, and love the colors. I love the colors as well. I love this kind of like, kind of greenish blue. Reminds me of the ocean a little bit. Oh, this is cool. Judy H. I've been wanting to use more color. Normally I paint fairly close to what I see in a photograph. I had so much fun in this painting. I didn't want to stop. I have really been stuck recently, actually for about a month. All of the lessons really helped, but that one lesson on values and the ability to stay true to values while using bold colors.
Yeah, it was. I feel like I'm just thankful to be able to share these things that I've learned and that are helpful, because they are.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the idea of using light as the underpainting and negative shape painting. Learned a lot. So glad, Elaine. Bill K. Hey, we got a couple birds right on top of each other. Vibrant colors, bright sunlight. Not homework, but this is just a painting he did besides homework, but it looks great. Tony. Oh, I love this. I love this. It's kind of a dreamy little like farm scene. It is his message to lay it down. Our cares and worries are in the saddlebags at the foot of the cross. That's the title, Lay It Down. He gave me a couple verses for it too. That's really cool, Tony. I love that. Susan B says, I enjoyed the focus on value. I also like painting large shapes in different values of the same hue. Excellent exercise, one to practice over and over.
So Peter, I've got a question.
Denise, the focal point, radiant light in bold colors.
So
there's just so many amazing
for
paintings
those of
here,
you who participated, or for those of you who did not participate, would you be interested in doing that class again? And going through similar content, like basically the same idea, the same structures. I'm just curious because I realize if we switch, if we switch photos, we get new reference photos. I found that I can be refreshed in the same things, and I need to. I'll never be too bold. Usually, like I'll never be too confident in my painting. I'll never like know too much about color. And I'll never like run out of, using a good technique. So I feel like my question is, would you do it again? Yeah, you're getting it. Would you say, yeah, man, that would be awesome because I could use that again. I could use that refreshment because our plan is to do it again. And I was worried, but a friend of mine said, man, if you just change out the reference photos, it's gonna be a brand new thing. You're gonna do it live, and cool.
Yeah. I mean, lots of yeses. I haven't seen a single no yet, so I think that's a good. And this is actually a good idea. Someone said I would love to see it over water, which I think would be really cool to see you paint, sunburst and then with a reflection too.
That's good. That's good. Well, should we say bye, bro?
So cool.
Well, guys, it has been a pleasure. It has been an honor to have you in the masterclass. It has been a fun time. And thank you for being here. If you have not joined Acrylic University and you want to, you still have a little bit of time. You have about 6.5 hours to do it. And all I can say is that we would love for you to do it. We'd love for you to come in, and we're gonna have a good time. The next October, November, December, we're gonna have a blast. We're gonna have amazing artists come in and help teach us. Diana's gonna run these live workshops where we're gonna do a really amazing in-depth instruction in the themes that are coming up. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And every first Friday, we're going to do something that will be kind of similar to the presentations that we did during the masterclass, where I will introduce the theme and we'll have a good time together. So anyway, guys, we love you. We believe in you. We are proud of you. Congratulations on having a very awesome masterclass and going through it and doing your homework and having such awesome attitudes and getting to know each other. We love you, and we're so dang happy to be able to have spent this time with you.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been really fun.
Absolutely. It's crazy to think that that's all coming to an end after all that. Yeah, it has. All right. We love you guys so much, and we believe in you, and we'll see you, in the